Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Creator Show where there's lots of laughs, and that's a shame. I wrote this and I still can't get my tagline. Where there is lots of laughs, a little bit of seriousness, and a taint of reality. Yes, I said taint, and I think it's a word I made up because I can't find it in Webster's dictionary. But anyway, I have four lovely ladies that I've met over the years that I consider a part of my tribe. So we're gonna start with Crystal. I met Crystal about a year ago on a set. On the set of what is I can't pronounce it. Can somebody pronounce that word? What is it?
Volition, girl.
Volition.
Volition.
I'm weak.
I can't. Hey. Volition. And it was a good experience. Like we clicked. It was really cool how we just instantly clicked. So it's like, hey. And then we have is it my right? Yeah, this is my right. On my right, we have D, who 4 years we met on social media. And fun fact, you're not from Arkansas, are you?
No. I'm from Cleveland.
You got the accent.
I ain't got no accent, girl.
Yes, you do. But and we met through social media. She's one of the people that I've met through social media, and she stays on my head too. So Fantasy,
Mm-hmm.
you're not the only one that gets on my top. Okay. And then we have my bestie, Fanny Pant, who I met on the set on another movie. We did the 48-hour film festival, which was stressful, but we made it through the promised land.
You made that work. And
We,
actually, I also was on the set of Volition too.
but I didn't meet you at that time. Look how we crossed
That's true.
paths. Look how we
That's
crossed
true.
paths. Circle back around. And one thing I like about Fantasy, I told her about the movie that I was working on, and I said I need an assistant. This is at that point where I was like, I need an assistant director. I ain't gonna be able to do this by myself. And she was like, just let me know. And she showed up. And we have my other bestie, my cut up partner, the one I get in trouble with all the time when we on set.
Me? Not me. Couldn't be.
We
Couldn't
have
be.
nah
Mm-mm.
the animal whisperer,
Be my baby.
and we also met. We met first on Volition, and then we did the 48-hour film festival as well. And then also, Crystal is in the movie, my short film, and Na is also, she's the leading lady, which I was glad that she was able to be a part of it, which I'm really excited to be ready to
So
finish.
y'all all in film, y'all all act.
Yeah, yeah, we do.
Yeah.
I
I'm
love it.
usually behind the scenes, but for the most part, my not to interrupt, but usually my thing is stage plays and musicals and stuff like that.
Dope.
I can't wait to see what you do with the rest of it, with the emotional stuff.
Because I know how to bring it.
Don't give them too much. Don't give.
Us theater kids always know how to bring the tears.
She does at the drop of a hat. That first part, not to give too much, but that first part, she that first few that we shot, she definitely did that.
Yeah, she did a thing. Yeah.
But
Problem.
okay, so the topic, see, it never fails. We always
You get off subject.
off subject. But so the topic is: are you truly a girl's girl, or are you just cosplaying? So before we get into the topic, we're gonna play a game. We're gonna play this game number one because I like to play games. So game number one is this or that. So it's nothing to, because I know how we can get. So I kept it. I kept it. I kept it. Okay, we get it. We get it because we can cut up and we'll never get done. So the number one is seven of them. So number one is spa day or camping.
Camping.
Oh
Spa
yeah.
day.
Camping.
I'm in between. I'm in between. It depends on my mood. So I would
It
do
depends on my
camping.
mood for me. But
Camping
I'm gonna
for me
say
I
though.
want to do camping. Yeah.
I've been camping
Spa day
before
for
though.
sure for me.
I've been camping before. It was cool, roasting marshmallows. But okay, next one is the zoo or the aquarium.
Aquarium.
I'm more
The
of the
zoo.
aquarium too. If it's hot outside, I'm not doing it.
I'm
I'm
not
not
doing no
walking.
zoo, especially in the summertime.
The
It's
I
zoo,
think I do.
but
it's hot.
I've been to the aquarium a few times and I love it, so I
I
Yeah.
say
like
that.
the aquarium.
Aquarium.
So the next is number three is ocean or swimming pool.
Ocean.
Yeah, I once I had a taste when I went to Jamaica. I was like, yep,
You said ocean or swimming pools?
yep.
Oh,
the
oceans for sure.
ocean.
The ocean plus the saltwater
Yeah.
good for you.
Yeah.
Speaking of
I was
salt
just
water,
in the Bahamas last month, came back glowing. Oh my god.
Baby, skin probably was just as buttery.
Girl, what?
Mm.
see,
Oh,
at least you didn't swallow it. Cause when I went to Jamaica, the waves was swaying, and for some reason, I
I hate.
tripped and I had swallowed a whole thing of salt water. I was sick. I was so sick. Krista, did you say yours?
Yeah, I said ocean.
Let me put this other headphone in. Hold on, I'm too loud. Small city or big city? Small town or big city?
Mm.
Both.
Like, do you think for like living vacation?
Nothing specific.
I've lived both. I'm from a big city. I've lived in bigger cities, but now I live in a small city. So both.
That's hard because I guess I gotta say, I guess I gotta say small town. I mean, I don't know what we consider Little Rock, but like that seemed perfect for
Hmm.
me.
I guess
For me,
I'm
for
small.
me,
Oh, go ahead.
my option wasn't even out there. I'm a country girl. Put me out in the
I didn't
country
even
away
think about
from
the country.
everybody.
That
Yeah,
too, love
I like
it.
the small. I like small. A small town. My anxieties. The older I've
I
gotten,
like driving.
yeah, the older I've
Mhm.
gotten, the more I just like small places. So it's the beach or a mountain.
The
The
beach.
beach.
You say the who?
Beach or mountain.
It depends on the time of the year when it comes to mountain climbing.
Yeah, I
Because I
think
would rather
beaches.
go while it's cold, believe it or not.
Mm-hmm.
You a
Yeah, I do.
mountain climb?
Huh?
You a mountain climb?
Like, I mean, Pinnacle Mountain and stuff like that. I've gone hiking out there before, but I prefer going out there when it's cold, prefer rather than when it's hot.
Yeah, true.
Because plus all the bugs and the weird, they gone.
Okay,
You
so
would think
number
I'm crazy, but I need to go when it's hot because cold air activates my asthma. I wouldn't even make it past like the
Mm,
first few steps.
poor
I
So
feel
I
that.
need to
Tink.
go while it's hot.
Poor Tink
I
Tink.
feel that.
Okay, so number six is coffee or tea.
See,
I
It
can't do no
Tea.
depends.
coffee.
Yeah.
When I was teaching, I needed coffee because I had to get up at 5 because I had to ride the bus. So I had to get up at 5, be at work by 7. So I needed coffee. Starbucks was the go.
I'm both. I love me a good coffee, but I also love me a good green tea, hibiscus
Yeah.
tea,
Oh, I love
all that.
hibiscus. Yeah.
With some
Did you say
honey.
yours, Fantasy?
Yeah, I said tea, but I'm like you. On certain days, there was one point in my life I was working 3 jobs as a mother. Y'all don't judge me.
Ain't no
but
all judgment free
ain't no
zone, baby. You
judgment.
already know that.
listen, that coffee became like my daily. I needed that for sure, for sure.
Crystal, you said yours?
See,
Tea. Okay, the last one, number 7 is travel to the past or travel to the future.
That's a hard one.
I thought
That is
about it when I
hard.
did it. I thought about the past because my past made me who I am. Everything I've been through has made me who I am today. So I'd rather go to the future just to see what
What's
what
in store?
what would it be like? What I would be like, which I do. I do see it. I do visualize what they'll
But
be
I
like
don't
in
want
the
to
future.
speed up my time either by
Yeah,
rushing ahead.
yeah, you was definitely speed up your time.
That's a hard one for
Mhm.
sure.
I think I would go to the
Oh,
past just because there's certain moments in my life that I wouldn't mind reliving.
Mhm.
That I'm like, yeah, give me that moment one more time because we kicked it, we had a good time. So.
I would say especially in my early 20s. I'm like a
for
old.
me,
Go back to the college parties. Just one more time. Just
Girl, so
Go ahead, Fanny.
shoot, for me, I would have to see my future. I spent so much time pushing my past behind me because it was so traumatic for me
Mhm.
that I'd be cuckoo if I went back there. Who
Yeah, I
went?
get her.
Yeah. I don't
Okay.
know. I'm
So
such
it's
Oh,
the
a
go
future
ahead.
for
defense
me.
now already. Let's move on.
Okay, so the topic, like I said, the topic is: Are you truly a girl's girl, or are you just cosplaying? And I know for me, having a sisterhood, like a true sisterhood, is important because I'm a brother's girl. So I have brothers on my mom's side, but on my dad's side, I have little sisters, but we have no, they're like super young, they're teenagers. So having a sisterhood has been very important to me because I've always felt alone, especially being younger. But as I got older, I've met a lot of people along the way, who I'm still cool with, and some who I just fell by the wayside. But now I feel like true. Like this is true. What I have now is true, and you have that thing of you be ungrateful and you don't really think because when you're sitting and you're moping, you like, I don't have this, but you actually have it. And for me, it was like I don't have sisters. But then when D you sent me that I think it was Instagram and you sent me that post and it was from one of those days. And then I
Yeah.
was just like, why are you this way? You know what I'm saying? And then it's moments when I had with Nah and it's moments when Crystal and it was just like, dang, I really do got it. Like I really do have a sister. It may not be by blood, but it's like, for real. And y'all are like the only people that can fuss at me and get away with outside of family.
Honey, you can fuss at me too because if you can't fuss at me and I can't fuss at you, then we not real friends. If you can't put
Exactly.
me in my place, we're not real
But you
friends.
gotta do it respectfully though. And
That's
this
And
is
out of
true.
like
love.
outside of family. And this is like out this not family. It's the outside. Because some people can think, oh, yeah, we cool, but they talk to you just any kind of way. And I had some people kind of do me like that. And like I said, that brings me to a point where are you shaming me or are you holding me accountable? Because
Mm.
there's a big difference. And people can chastise you, and have you feeling some kind of way. And I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. But at that point, I was just like so hard up to be with, friends with anybody. I just took it, and, not speaking up, being kind of passive, I would say, and not saying nothing to be like, okay, and that kind of made me beat myself up as I started to start to think about it and reflect on it, and through experiences, I've had more issues with black women. It's been a sprinkle of, but it's been more so people who look like me, and it was sad because those were the people that said they love me. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, hold on, wait a minute. But like I said, I was being passive and wasn't saying nothing. I was just taking the punches. And like I said, I know I'm probably gonna get in trouble for this, but I'm 35. I don't care. My first bully was my mom and my aunt. I'm just calling it what it is. And I think that's where I have got it from in like my early 20s. I was definitely like a mean girl, but because it was done to me. But the good old universe humbled me real quick. And I was like, this mean girl shit is not for me. It's not for me. And I've just been nice. And I just
I
been,
had a conversation with my goddaughter about mean girl behavior because
mm-hmm,
recently, she just turned 10 on the 4th, and uh, her father was telling me about how to fit in with, some of the kids at her school, she has fought her sister and one of her closest friends,
mm,
to impress them, to impress other kids. And I said,
mm-hmm,
you are a beautiful girl. I said, you're going to find your crowd one of these days. But that is not how you find your crowd. You got to find people who like you simply because you are you. You know what I'm saying? So I had to have that conversation because I said the mean girl thing, it doesn't ever really work out because you end up lonely, first of all. And
definitely.
to be known as a mean girl, it's like there are people now to this day when I went to middle school and high school with that I'm still like, oh, here she is. And I'm 31 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And I still look at these girls like, ugh.
Yeah, I've
And I'm
seen a
like,
lot
you
of,
got that name for yourself.
mm-hmm.
So anyway, that just made me think about, what my goddaughter's dealing with right now.
But this generation of, like, when we grew up, it wasn't mean girls, I'm going to say this about you. I may pick on you, but now they jumping. They
Yeah.
jumping. Like this reminds me of the little girl who I think she got bullied and she ended up hitting her head. I think they jumped her in the bathroom and I think she
Mm,
ended up hitting her head on the
mm,
sink and she ended up dying. I don't remember.
mm.
I wish I would have looked it up. That's what I'm
You
saying. It's
see?
it's it's sad. And I feel like it's a learned behavior. It's definitely a learned
Yeah.
behavior.
It is. When you getting bullied at home, you go home. I mean, you go to school and you take it out on other people. You project the energy that's going on at home. And just to piggyback off of, what you were saying, my sister was my biggest bully. Like I'm the third child, but I'm the baby. I have an older sister and a big brother. I'm also a brother's girl,
Hmm.
or was a brother's girl, until one day I think you wake up and you realize that not only are all niggas, most niggas ain't shit, but the niggas that raised you ain't shit.
Hmm.
Baby.
Like, whoo. But my sister, this light skinned heifer, we we still to this day fight. And I just recently had to tell her, like, listen, I know I'm your little sister, but bitch, I'm a big dog, and you're gonna respect me, and you're not gonna project that hurt on me. I
Hmm.
know
Mm,
I love that girl down to the bone, and
mm.
I would, like you say, be passive around it because you know what this person has been through, so you excuse the behavior. But it's so much hurt that's being projected onto other people that, like you said tonight, you got to tell your daughters, like, wait, no, this ain't what it is. But if a bitch come at you with that energy, you check it immediately, because hurt people, and you're not going to be out here projecting that hurt on my child without my child
Yeah.
projecting some hurt right back at you, be it mentally or physically, whatever it may be. I used to fight with my sister every morning before I left for school, and as soon as I got to school, I'd beat somebody ass. Like, what? Who wanted? You looked
Yeah.
at me any kind of way. Ooh, my bad. But
Yeah.
Mm,
that's just what it was.
mm.
When you
See?
getting done a certain way at home and getting talked to a certain way at home, you go and you do it to other people unknowingly. So I wasn't always a girls, no, because I was
Yeah.
always on my brother. I was always on my brother's side because I was raised by my brother, my older male cousins and stuff like that. But then I say, one day you wake up and you realize, wait, these niggas ain't. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
so not only do you have to hold these men accountable, but you have to teach women how to also be accountable for the way they're not holding the men accountable in their lives. Because
Yeah.
what you accept will continue. You teach your daughter to accept it, and it goes on and it goes on. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
For me, My first bully was my father, surprisingly. My father and my cousins. My father, he was my first bully. He would make comments about my weight, how I would look. He would tell me, oh, I'm gonna be an awful lot like my mother. I mean, like he took a lot of his anger out. So I'm gonna say this: never force a man to be in a child's life, because if he don't want to be in that child's life, he's gonna do whatever. He was completely mean to me because he didn't want to be in my life, and he wanted my mama. He wanted to be in a relationship with my mama, but because she didn't want him, type of deal, he kept, making sly comments towards me. It was about
They
my
take it
weight.
out on the
Oh, I was gonna
babies.
be a hoe like
Yep.
my mama, you know. And then my cousins, he would take me over there to my cousin's house, and they talk about me not having ass, and just
Mhm.
all kinds of stuff, you know. And honestly, I haven't had any other bullies other than people I was raised around, people I met at home, people I trusted.
I, oh, go ahead, Crystal.
In school. But eventually, I got to the point where I was just like, I ain't fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't for all that. Like, I'll beat you up for real. But I never got into a fight. And then, and then like, there was like a group of mean girls in middle school. So the first time was like elementary school, like, people was, trying to bully me or whatever. Then it tried to happen again in middle school where somebody was like, oh, like, I'm gonna fight you, this, that, and the third, blah, 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 over a guy. And I'm like, first of all, he don't even want you for real, and y'all in a relationship, but whatever. I can meet you outside, when the bell ring, this, that, and the third, we can get it on. So it was like, oh yeah, she wanna fight you, but now all of a sudden it's like a group of them wanna fight me. So I'm there at the spot and then everybody go on their bus. And so then I'm like, I'm about to miss my bus. The main ones that was talking mess, telling me they was gonna help the girl jump me, that ride my bus, but sitting at the front of the bus. They usually at the back of the bus. Get on the bus, everybody quiet. Ain't nobody saying nothing.
That's
So
how
I'm
they
like,
usually go.
Cricket.
y'all did all this talking, and for what? And then after that, all of us end up going to, most of us end up going to the same high school. They cool with me. When you just trying to fight, okay, I'm gonna leave it alone. And then to piggyback off, like you said, I work with kids too. And the whole like mean girl thing, it does like trickle effect. So it's like from different sides. So it can be from them picking up of how like they mothers or whoever they be around
Mm-hmm.
act at home. And so then it brings to school. And then you have those that know their mamas don't play about, like they moms don't play about none of that. Grandmamas, none of that. But they get to school trying to be a big dog and try to fit in with other kids. And so now it's like, what are you really doing? Because you already know your folks don't play that. So it's like for me, being a substitute teacher, a mentor, being an after school coordinator, all the different, positions, I had to like be the mediator and let them know like, y'all are some beautiful black girls. You can't keep doing what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? So you really gonna have to change it up because it's a doggy dog world out here. Like once you
Mm-hmm.
leave and you get
Thank
out
you,
of the
Crystal.
system, people are going to like eat you alive if you don't change what you're doing because what you're doing now is not okay. And the fact that you know right from wrong and know that it's not okay and you continue to do it, you in for a world of awakening. I'm just keeping it
Hmm.
real with you.
Yep.
Man.
And I want to say something. Thank you, Crystal, for enlightening them and letting them know that this is a doggy dog world. I mean, because not only are kids jumping for bullying, the kids that are getting bullied are going home and committing suicide or saying they want to hurt themselves and things like that. And it's gotten real severe. Like, I think about there was about a year or two ago, I seen there was like an 11-year-old or a 10-year-old who committed suicide because they was bullying her on social media type of thing. It's it's gotten pretty bad. And it's like
Mm-hmm.
don't nobody talk about it at home. You can tell
But they
who
look out there.
actually teach their
I
kids who don't.
This is the thing too because it does play an effect, like with parents. So nowadays, like you have basically kids having kids. So nobody is monitoring the social media, or if they are monitoring the social media, it's to the point to where kids are smart, so they finding ways to get around it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So if you don't have people like me in the classroom, like y'all in the classroom, or like their cousins and stuff that's really giving it to them like the real, they're not gonna know. So it's like you can only do so much, and then like TV is putting it, like into the media to where it's subliminal messages out there like in different shows, and so eventually it comes and it gravitates to where it's like, okay, all of this is trickling, but the mind is like what is like crazy. So if you always seeing it, you eventually hearing it, and then okay, what's next? You gonna end up doing it. But that's how kids have to learn to like not let social media or society get to them. But how do they do that? They have to be able to, like have that village, which again, that has died in society because now it you can't even be a village no more. Like
Nope,
it's
That's
because you don't
true.
want to. You can't hold nobody's kids accountable without somebody's mama being
Yep.
upset. I'm just
And
mm,
there's
like,
also there's not enough compassion for other people, like, in the communities anymore. And then
nope.
people can't say we want a village when, if we come from a village that didn't do right by us, how do we expect that village to show up for our kids? Like, and they haven't done the necessary work to be that village. Like, we're at a point where if you can't afford to invest in care for your children or the right spaces for your children, then it's all on you. Thank God I'm only a mother of one, but I'm with my child 24/7. I'm a homeschool teacher, I'm a coach, I'm everything. But if my village was bigger, if the community was bigger, then it'll be a lot better. You know what I'm saying?
Well, let me
Yeah.
say this about the village. Yes, we all need a village, but you literally have to, you got to put in the work to have a village. If like you gotta be able to trust this village with your child.
Mm-hmm.
Like, okay, we got the
Yeah.
same thought about it. I know you're not gonna hurt my child because we think the same way on these things.
Right.
So a lot of times you gotta make sure that's solid because a lot of people can say, "Oh, I'll be your village," the whole time be down to you behind your back talking about, "Oh, well, I helped them pay their light bill. I helped them pay this." But if you my village, why are you throwing it in my face?
Exactly. And
We
if I gotta
supposed to
hear
be
my
there to help
child
each
repeat
other.
something a grown up said, my child should never hear nothing that's coming out of your mouth like that. And then
Mm-hmm.
repeat it back to me. So it's it's difficult, but it's important to, have that sisterhood and connect with the people that you can, like you said, that think like you, that, operate like you. But some people don't even like their kids. So how do you expect them to to show up for yours? So so I'm real like
Hey.
cautious.
yeah, because
Yep.
that's how, like for me, like I'm a babysitter too. So like when people like reach out to me, I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna do like an hour, a couple of hours to like meet you and the kid. So I need like both of y'all to like be there in the room and you watch me with the kid like they're in your space or at a park or something. So you can feel comfortable because my whole thing is like the parents can be comfortable with you, but if the kid not comfortable with me, I'm not gonna be comfortable doing it because at the end of the day, it's about the child. So you also have to be careful who your child is around as well. Because like for me, I babysit at your house where they're going to be comfortable, where they have access to their toys, and I also tutor. So I'm going to help them with their homework if they need it and stuff like that, just to make sure everything is okay. And then I'm also cautious about allergies too because I'm the oldest. So it's me, my brother, and then my little sister. And my little sister, she has cerebral palsy and she's like allergic to, like stuff and things of that nature. And I also have like cousins that I help, like babysit and raise who have like asthma and stuff like that. So it's like you really gotta find that person that truly cares. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody can say they care, but then don't necessarily
That's
care.
it. And to piggyback what you said, and D, you said it too. It's just caring because people care, but to the extent of I'm going to care, but I want something out of it. And I've just never been that person to just be like, I'm going to hang around such and such because I know I may get something out of it from them. And that's what just some people do. I move with pure intention. If I say I'm going to do something for you, go ahead. You know, if I got it, I don't mind it. If I don't have it, I just don't have it. You know, and people, you know, women, some women, like I said, some women just, you know, feel like they entitled to your time and your friendship. Like
Yeah.
people, you know, I've had people be upset because I don't want to go out. And this was at the peak when I was starting my first degree. And people were mad, what are you doing? I'm doing homework. Like, you know, and upset because I didn't want to go out. Like, and that's why I say you have to find people who are doing something.
Mm-hmm.
They may not have to be on the same level, but at least doing something. Because, like I said, when I met Crystal Fantasy and I was like, okay, I can dig it. Them vibes was definitely giving what it was supposed to give. And even though I have not met you personally, it was just I just knew. You know, you just have that feeling.
That's facts.
You just have that feeling of you just have that knowing. Let's just say that.
I'm just a real ass bitch. Like you just know
Definitely.
authenticity. Authenticity
Definitely.
is
Being authentic self is what gets you places and opens doors.
Yes,
So
definitely.
that's what people have to realize. Like you have to authentically be yourself, because over time that makeup that you be holding up and trying to wear eventually it's gonna come off. So it's like if
Oh,
you're
baby,
not
them
being who
masks.
you are,
But
I
let me
done
tell
seen.
y'all, when I lived in Arkansas, there was some of the meanest bitches I've ever
Oh,
met in my life. I
definitely.
want to fight all the bitches every day. I did.
You ain't
But
lying.
it made me stronger as a person, as a woman, and it made me look at sisterhood differently because I used to manage the Octapharma in Little Rock.
Oh, so yeah.
Girl, shut up. Then hold on. Have I?
Look, cause I used to work at BPL, so I know how that drumming
This was
is.
like 2016. I was there for a few months and then I went and
Stop.
managed the one in North Carolina. But nonetheless, there was
Lay
some of the
down.
meanest women.
Stop.
And I was on
Lay
this
down.
like
Lay
journey
down.
of sisterhood, especially within black women, you know. So I'm thinking we all on the same page. Them girls had something to say about my hair. They had something to
Oh,
say
we got
every
that black.
time I
They
walked.
we
I
having
was
that
too
bad.
dressed up. I was unprofessional because I had braids, and all this shit was coming from black women, and I was like, "What? Like, girl, we got the same hair. What you mean not my professional?"
no, it wouldn't be like that. Because I even had like two jobs before to where like the director and like the manager is like, you black and you older than me. Why you feeling some type of way, baby? Like, right down. And to me, when it comes to a job, if you if I have that spiritual feeling like you trying to like mess with me, I'm out of there, because what you're not gonna do is play on my top, and y'all gonna handle you in a way that I can't even handle you. In the way that I want to handle you, I'm gonna end up behind bars, and I ain't got time for that. So
Mhm.
I'm gonna, keep my peace. I'm gonna keep
Yep.
myself to you, because I'm a cool crack to where I have you laughing, but I also know that my folks is crazy. So it might be another side of me that might come out and black out. So I'm a back out before it gets to a point. You
to
A
know,
pick.
word, a
To,
word.
that's to go back. You said somebody older than you, Crystal. Excuse me. My problem is now I know that I've been through experiences. I know now that I to speak up because I had a supervisor. She was like in her 60s, and I guess because I rode the bus to work, you know, people, I didn't really say too much about my home life or whatever unless I, you know, was close to you. So she kind of was like, play me like I was a charity cake. And once I kind of felt that, I was like, oh, she really trying to play me. And after that, when I say that mask, like who, I don't know who, I can't remember who said it, but that mask came off and I seen it and she switched. I said, oh, I saw her mask come off before she, and I just switched. And after that, I stopped staying after work late. I stopped doing whatever. And she just was started to be so nasty to me. I was in that office 24/7. Because, and then another, my teacher, I found out I'm 16 hours away. I just found out my teacher was snitching on me, going to her. And this was one of us.
Mm.
But
Oh
baby,
my OMG.
that's why I say
And babe, when I tell
I
you,
don't fool with us like that.
when I tell you I did
You
not like
just
that.
gotta have discernment with people.
I know
And
now. I definitely know that
yeah,
now. It was a lesson learned.
Yeah,
I believe you.
it was
And
like
I
that.
believe you 100% because, I mean, you would think just because they older that,
oh
you know, you would
baby.
find a little bit more comfort with them. No, 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 honey.
No,
Baby,
ma'am.
I worked with some women back when I was a teacher in preschool. These women were like 60s. And I found myself beefing with them all the time because they ran their mouth all the time, always
Mm-hmm.
talking about people's business. And you would think they would be more wiser and better because they're older. No, they were even more messier. Like, what
Because
happened?
that one thing is somebody brought up the thing about projecting. And I think a lot of women they tend to project.
yeah.
So this is crazy though. Like you don't have autonomy over your own thoughts and feelings and all that, and you rather dump your trauma on somebody else. I get it,
It's
hurt people, but at the same time,
Man.
you gonna come across the wrong person
it's
and
like a lot of older black women have this mentality of, since I experienced it, since I went through it, so should you.
hold on.
And I'm gonna make sure of that type of shit. Like, wait a
And
minute.
I'm gonna say this: what you just
Yeah, and
said. Go ahead, Fanny.
they feel like the fact that, you know, because they have gone through it, they feel like it's a breeze for you to go through it. You
No,
have
it's
the choice of
mm-hmm.
whether or not if you want to go through whatever they trying to push you through or project
Mm-mm.
onto you.
Just be.
But
Oh, go
And
you
you
ahead.
know,
gotta
they act
reject
like
that
you're
shit
not
every
supposed to be
time.
hurt behind it.
Yeah, I had a job where I was 2 seconds from walking out because we worked with disabled kids. And I was in the process of undressing one of my kids. And as I'm undressing him, one of the older workers who, mind you, started the same day I did,
Mm-hmm.
came and snatched his shirt over his head. I was like, whoa, whoa, that was rough as hell. You ain't have to do all that. I said, I was working on it. She was like, ain't nobody gotta wait 20 minutes for you, you young bitches. And I was like, oh, that 26 hurt. Huh? Sorry. Like, you are old enough to be my mother, ma'am. Like, you
Yeah,
40
them be the
something years
ones.
old.
Them be the ones.
And be
This,
mad.
Be
that's it.
salty.
Sodium enriched. And I'd be like, literally, I was gonna tell her how laid her wig was, how pretty her eyes were, and how her body was tea. And then she started tripping on me. And I'm like,
I'll take that
girl, you
compliment
missed
back.
out on a compliment trying to be a hater.
Mm-mm.
So I mean, and it's like you don't want to be like that with your elders. You want to be like,
Yeah.
girl, let me learn
Respectful.
something from you. Like, how did you get your beat so? How did
They
you get
need to
your
learn
lace
something
so
from
flawless?
us. Cause at this point, no, that shit ain't it. It
Mm.
ain't
To
it.
go back with D said, I'm just starting to talk about it and it's coming up. It's starting to come up, so I know I need to talk about it when it come up. When you said that they want to see you struggle, that's the same thing my mama did to me. It was never, and I like I told my aunt, it was never like I would be a fool to be like not say that we didn't have the good relationship. When I was younger, it was cool. Like I guess because I mean that's my mom, that's cool. But as I started to get older, like coming into myself, I was like, hold on, like that sense was starting to tingle.
Mm.
And I'm like, hold on, wait a minute. And I'm like, she wouldn't do that. No. Then as I started getting in my 30s and I started getting like older, and I'm experiencing, I was
And
like,
that lobe developed.
oh, baby, 30. I was 30. And that's when I went to therapy. So
That's when you realize people getting older, but they ain't growing.
when I went to therapy, 30, when I was 30, I started when I was 30. And the therapist started unraveling and unraveling and unraveling. And I'm sitting there and I'm just kept, as I kept going to therapy, I took a break 2020. And then when I start going back, I was like, dang, like I'm starting to recognize a pattern. And I'm like, why would you do that? Like, why? And I'm the only girl. Love my mama down.
Mm.
Too, that during that time period, like our parents, they only know what they grew up from.
And
You
I'm
know
gonna
what I'm
say,
saying?
and I'm
And
gonna let you
it's
talk, but I'm gonna say something after that.
up to them on whether if it happened to them or if they saw it and they thought like it was okay. You know what I'm saying? So then it comes to a point of if they want to do that same thing to their kids, or are they going to change it up? If that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense. And I'm gonna say, because a lot of people say that, that's your mom, that's your whoever. But then again, like I said, to go back, you got to have autonomy. Like, you know better. You know right from
Some of
wrong.
them, some of them believe too that because they're older that they ain't gotta change. Like, oh well, I'm gonna always be this way type of
And
Like,
mentality,
that's
and
where
you
you
no,
going to
I'm
stay at.
just have to
52
deal
years
with it.
old. If I ain't changed it now, I ain't changing it.
And you going to be at where you at.
My grandmother let us say you can't teach an old dog new tricks.
Yes, you
Yes, you
can.
can.
But you just don't want to.
Yes.
That's what the problem is. You just don't want
Yes,
to.
you can.
You just
I
don't want
got
to.
grown patients that, and got one of my patients to this day, she has enough common sense to be able to dial our phone number to call us and ask us to change the tubing on her concentrator. I'm like, by the time you could have put this stuff on here, you, by the time you dialed this phone number, you could have been put that tubing on there yourself. You're just refusing to do it because you know that somebody in this building is gonna take pity on you because you're old and you're pulling this, oh, I'm so old and I'm this and I'm that. I have seen able-bodied 93-year-olds. My auntie is 92 years old and she is doing just fine. And not to say that everybody's situation is the same,
Mm-hmm.
but what it is that this little task is not gonna make or break you. Like, it's okay to
Yeah.
learn something new. It's okay
Hmm.
to
But yeah, like,
add to your routine.
but that was my problem with my mother. It was like she knew that I had, I was going to pity. I was just like going to do it because that was my mother. But now I don't even talk to her. She was lucky she got a happy Mother's Day for me. And
So
now it's just like I said, I'm just at this point now. I don't care. I don't care. I haven't talked to her. It's almost been well, I have not seen her, like, physically lay eyes on her for, like, it's coming up on a year. Ask me, do I care? Nope. Because I'm 35 now. I don't have kids, but I know I have nieces. And they're biracial. So that's a whole nother, conversation in itself. And then I also have a younger cousin. And for me, I don't ever want them to feel like, oh, you look better, because I got good hair, all that bull crap that be going on. You know what I'm saying?
Because black people are so colorist.
well, and I hear, as a licensed cosmetologist, the one thing I always tell people, I have two godchildren there. I have four godchildren. Both of them, their dad comes from a biracial mother, and then their mom is Filipino and black. And so immediately everybody always looks at their curls like, oh, they have the best hair in the world. That's why I don't believe in the term good hair.
Good
Mm-hmm.
hair.
Because it's like I do these little girls' hair, and it's no shade to my best friend. It's no shade to their mother or anything. They have 4 children. You know what I'm saying? Everything is not gonna be perfect. You know what I mean? But that being said, though, you do their hair and you realize it get damaged just like the rest of us, and all because they have a curl pattern where you can throw some water on it and kind of disguise what's going on. You
Yeah, I think she stopped. Oh, she got an
We
income.
can't hear you no more.
She got a call. She had a call.
She can't hear us either. Wave her down.
She-
She can't. She still talking.
She gone. She going.
Going in. We can't hear you.
Can't hear you. Nope.
Mm.
She had an incoming call. Somebody called her.
She gonna have to leave out and
You
rejoin.
gotta leave out and come back in. Yeah,
Dang,
it's
she was going
crazy.
in.
It's
She
crazy.
was going in too.
She was.
Well, I feel like we're definitely. You had a phone
Now
call
we can
coming
hear
in.
you.
I did. My niece, cause she calling me. I didn't put my phone on do not disturb.
I had to.
That's
I
my
had to put that. I
bad.
had to put that in my notes next time. Just put your stuff on do not disturb.
Cause child, when I tell you I done had 2 people call me, and I'm like, you know what? Don't nobody call me until I'm doing something.
Something. Every
Yeah,
time.
yeah. It is. It is what it is. It's this experience that I've never told nobody. So
It's getting fade out.
this how it's telling me my like thinking about it now that I'm older and I can like talk about it without getting teary eyed about it. So it was my baby brother's graduation. So my mom, I was like, my mama always said I didn't know how to dress. So my mama dressed me up. She had like this old man hat. Put me on a button down shirt with like some khakis and like a little cute little bag and some loafers. And when I say people made fun of me, they was like, I was looking like a old bull dagger.
Damn. I bull
And
daddy.
now that I think about it, it was kind of, she was being messy.
Definitely, because why would she dress
Feel like you was set up.
Yeah, I definitely,
you?
now that I think about it, now that I'm older, a lot of situations that she put me in, I was set up and pretty much lied on me. Because, baby, who not going to the family reunion? If you need to know anything about me, because I wasn't invited and me and my auntie wasn't invited and no information, but that's nor here nor there. But that's the thing about, regardless of what you've been through, you can still be that girl's girl.
Definitely.
Yeah. Cause I mean, I've had situations where women aren't the best around me, but in my opinion, it's still, uh, you know, girls girl all day. I'm really gonna, support the women around me.
Definitely.
You know, uh, I had one lady. She was complimenting my afro, and she was trying to get me to let her daughter know, like, let her know that her afro is pretty. And I was like, it's gorgeous, honey. Your crown standing tall, baby. And it just, I had to let her know, gas her up, like
That's one thing you gonna do
gas
is you
us
gonna.
up.
That's one thing. That's one thing I can say about y'all.
Hold on.
Y'all definitely gonna compliment. Y'all definitely gonna compliment, and y'all definitely gonna check. If it ain't right, y'all definitely, you know what I'm saying.
I'm coming.
Definitely gonna check.
Yeah. That's the way it takes, because you have, like I said, you have to just find your group because Like I have like some girls to where we gonna let each other know, you know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
we're gonna do it privately and not publicly. Because nowadays you have people that, try to do something do stuff publicly and it's like, bro, like you ain't even gotta go there. Like say that before we even go somewhere. You know what I'm saying? But like for me and my friend, I'm already gonna let you know there is the crib. You ain't wearing it with me nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Like if it's wrinkled, go iron it. Or if you're doing something and it needs to be ironed, I don't mind ironing it for you. But you're not gonna go no anywhere freely and we supposed to be going. Like, I'm not
Yeah.
doing it. And I even did that with my homeboys. Like one time we were going to the movies and his like shirt was wrinkled. I said, what you doing? Um, give me that. Or you could pick another shirt, but you're not going nowhere with me wrinkled. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm not having
But
that
that's
out.
like with my brothers. If they do something stupid, I have to pull. I don't even bust them out because I always feel like pull them to the side. You ain't got to do all. How some people do, be all loud and
Mm-hmm.
be like, you should. I ain't got to bust
No, cause
nobody
you
out.
right though. Because if they doing it all extra loud, they're not trying to help you. They trying to pick on you
Embarrass
and
you,
bully you.
embarrass you.
But if they pull you to the side and go, "Hey, honey, let me help,"
But even
then they trying to help.
what do y'all feel about like if it's like a stranger? You know what I'm saying? Or like for example, if you see a lady, she's bleeding through her pants. That was a conversation on social media too. And it was like
100%
As a
saying something.
woman, you definitely say something.
cuz
Yeah,
some people was
definitely.
like some
A
people was
man should say something. You know what's
yeah.
going on. A grown adult know what's going on.
Some
But
people,
some
Right,
men are
right.
childish.
And
Some
if
men
you
are
don't,
childish.
definitely, and some people was like, or even that. And another thing is, this is just one of my pet peeves, is people having tags out their shirt. And I don't know, that's just me. If you see that's just me. Just little things like that.
I'm
So
like that with my child. Like, bro, I took
I be like, excuse me, your tag is out. Then like I was like, is it okay if I fix? Because like sometimes you can't like just touch people. So
Yeah,
I
yeah, I
like
agree.
make sure I say something first for them. And then if they're willing for me to do it, then I'll do it, or they'll do it themselves or whatever. But I'm just that type of person to where like if it's like your necklace is crooked, I'm gonna go ahead and fix it. Be like,
Yeah,
oh, like like your necklace is crooked, like I'm gonna fix that. Give compliments, all of that. But as far as like if somebody is like bleeding or something like that, excuse me, like you have a situation going on, like do you need a pad or something? Like
yeah.
it's human nature. Like we go through that.
And
right.
a lot of people,
mm-hmm.
you can tell who wasn't a girls in that comment section.
Yeah.
That's why I say us as some black women. I'm not gonna lump us all in one because we're all not a monolith. But some black women are a danger to other black women. That's why I said I've had more problems with black women than black men. That's my experience.
Well,
So
see,
Some women just be intimidated, like when you walk in a room and you don't even have to do nothing. Like you could literally say, "Hey, y'all," and then they feel some type of way. It's like
well,
whatever
see, most
Yeah, and see that goes back to what we
need to go
talked
ahead.
about bullying. Like that person has to fix something within themselves because the moment you walk in a room and you offend them, then something's wrong with that person.
you didn't even
Why are
say
you feeling
nothing.
Mm-hmm.
offended by my natural beauty or how I carry
right.
myself?
Right.
That's one reason why. As far as the whether it's black women or black men, I can say that it's just been a mix of both for me because the girls are like, oh, you ugly or you can't dress or something like that. But with men, it's been you plus size and like I had a dude come up to me one time with his whole chest out and ask me how come I don't, why I keep hanging out with skinny girls,
Mm.
and why I should go ahead and find me some fat friends. And I'm like, am I
Who real
supposed to
for
not
real
vibe
deal
with somebody
said that
because
to
of my
you?
weight?
Some men be intimidated, but that's a
That sounds so
conversation.
stupid.
That's a conversation for another day.
Baby,
Um,
Cause it,
That's definitely because I can relate to you not as well, but I've had more issues with the women. But it's crazy, and this will be the last comment, and then we got to move on. I've had women about social media, like I do more stuff behind the scenes than I do on social media,
Mm.
cause I'm I'm not even gonna go there, but people would ride on my coattail because they see me posting on social media. But then once I stopped posting on social media like that, it was like I wouldn't get no more messages or nothing, no support. Baby, most of this stuff is happening behind the scenes. And I don't want to seem like I'm being like a big old baby, but I see stuff. I peep stuff. If you gonna be
And you
cool
have
with me,
to.
you gonna be cool with me. Ain't no be like thinking I fell off. Ain't nothing about me fell off. I just switcheroo. I seen you moving a certain kind of way, and
move accordingly.
And
okay,
then
Exactly.
that goes to say, I know you said that was the last comment, but let me just piggyback off of that for a second. That goes to say, in that very moment, not everybody deserves to see your progress. Not everybody is around to watch you succeed, you
yeah,
know?
That's true.
yeah, I agree. People fall off. People who are here are here. I've had to, you know, I wanted to be everybody to support everybody, but now it's like since you don't want to remove them yourself, I'm gonna have to remove them for you. That type of thing.
And you
So
just gotta pour into the people that pour into you.
and
Anybody
Yeah.
else is irrelevant.
and people like you got to be nice, nasty. I'm sorry. Either I'm gonna be nice or I'm gonna be nasty. And if I be nasty,
Mm-mm.
yeah, I'm not. You
My
know,
nice
I ain't
nasty
gonna
is
lie, I
blocking
got
you
real
and
good
never
at being
talking to
passive
you
aggressive.
again.
I always say I'm either like liquor. I'm like either you get dark or you get light. Which one? Take your pick.
You
And
either
then
fuck off or you get put in the jar. Take your pick.
yes. All right.
I'm
So
not playing with
next
people.
we are going to play. That was a good conversation. I want to continue to. I like this conversation. Maybe we should do men next time.
That's better. Got some stuff.
I definitely
Cause
have some
girl,
stories.
have you
I
told a
didn't
man
even.
no before?
I didn't. I didn't even
Can't
finish.
even.
My story. I didn't even finish my stories. My story, but that about the.
And then too, before we move on, because we were so focused on like black women being bullies and being mean
Yeah.
girls.
Uh
I went
huh.
to a predominantly white college. White women is some of the most nastiest
Oh
hoes
yes,
to us black
definitely.
women. When I was
Mm-hmm.
doing my management with Active Pharma, my second place was in Virginia Beach, and my manager there was a white woman. Y'all, she was so mean to me for no reason. If I could have whooped her ass, I would have, but
And then
I
she would
had
have
to graduate
cried.
that program, right, right. But she held the documents that I needed to graduate this program to move forward until the very last day. Mind you, I have a family with me at this time. I asked my husband to quit his job so I could take this opportunity, and still he had our baby. We made it to Texas and still did not have a place to live because she did not send me my documentation, y'all.
Oh my
They are
goodness.
some of the most nastiest
They
women
definitely are.
because she wanted me to fail the program entirely, but I wasn't gonna do that at all.
You
No,
Yeah,
know,
no,
I
for
But
was
real.
gonna say
They are some of the
experience
most
kind of can be
nastiest women.
different
Yeah, I went to
because
family white school, but I really, honestly, I never had to like be like completely honest. Like this is like real life. I never really had like a racial experience with white people ever in my life. Like to be completely
I mean that's
honest.
understandable. That's your experience. So
Yeah,
can't
so
nobody not
everybody's like has
validate your
been like
experience.
pretty cool. And believe it or not, like when I started college at the predominantly white school that I had went to, my work study lady, she was like an older white lady. Like she was the reason like I ended up getting up out my shell more and started like navigating to, like I guess you can say quote unquote experience life per se, because like I was always quiet, not, like talking to many people. But I ended up getting out of my shell because of her. So it really just depends on like who is for you and who is not, honestly. And going through life, like you'll find that. So whether it's like family, friends, people outside of that, people, if they for you, they for you. If they not, they not.
Yeah,
And it's
true.
just, like you have to go through that experience and learn a life lesson of who truly is your friend and who truly is not. Because in college is when I realized that people that say that they your friends sometimes be like the meanest
Mm.
folks and really not your friend for real. So it's like you really, like have to like watch people because like I don't post everything on social media. Most of the stuff, like you said, like we do in the background. Like
Oh,
everybody just
definitely.
progress. So I learned that moving in silence, honestly.
Yes, because when spirit tells me to move in silence, baby, I move. I've learned my lesson to run
Exactly.
my. I
Going.
I don't. I I've coming into. I wrestle with the flesh, of course, but I'm human. But when I hear God tell me, "Be quiet, shut your mouth," I shut my mouth. I learned my lesson. So if you think, if people think I fell off, no, baby, I didn't fall off. I was just spoken to, and it was just telling me to be quiet. You want to tell everything.
Let people think whatever they want to think.
And baby, just like when I moved, don't nobody know I moved with the people that know that I moved. Baby,
Yeah,
I'm
because
gone.
once again, not everybody is meant to know your blessings or know your every move.
Nope, cause
People can
just
be
like you got it, you
honestly,
take it away.
yep, I was gonna say people can be pretending to be rooting for you, but whole time they're rooting for your demise. So you definitely got to be
Mm,
careful with
Mm.
sharing your blessings with certain people. You got to
Definitely,
watch for those
definitely
monitoring
had that happen.
spirits.
yeah.
But definitely like that, you talking about that, I definitely had a what woke me up too, and this is like the last comment for real, because we can go on and on. But I had an experience where I had a young lady. She wanted to get into YouTube and all that jazz. This was when I was in the peak of getting my degree or whatever. I'm like, telling people I have a degree, I'm gonna do this, do that. And she was an opportunist.
Mm,
And I don't know if y'all have heard of like Destiny Swap, that type of deal. Baby, when I
yes.
say I've experienced that, that's why, baby, when I say I have PTSD from that whole dilemma, and when I say, I was like, when I say I got the call, I got the inkling to block her off of everything, blocked her off of everything. And now I'm getting text messages from a text now number. And it's 3 years later. Baby, no, back away. We not doing it. And
Like
at
a
the
different.
Period.
and at that peak, my
Period.
grandfather passed away too. That's what made me
Mhm.
really upset because her grandfather passed away. So she used that.
Mm.
Mm.
And she acted like she wanted to be romantically involved.
She's
And
trying to
then
trauma bond.
once she got what she got, she dipped out. Cause this is a year. This has been a year now. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm asking what's going on. What's up? Cause disappeared. And then we like, oh, they changed. They be nice. You know what I'm saying? And once person change, deuces. And that was the experience. That's what really woke me up to being more mindful of who I give access to me, family, friends, whoever. Like I said,
Mm,
if when I blow up, if it's just y'all and the other people that I do know, I'm cool with it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we can make our movies and you gonna see people 3 and 4 times. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that was that
for
that
sure.
was that experience that just really woke me up. Kind of like, sis, you can't be nice to everybody. Because I know what it feels like to be, kind of treated wrong. But that's another conversation for another day. So the next game is judge a book by her cover. So I'm gonna sit this one out because I know all the answers. As I know everybody's tea. And so D, I'm gonna give you number one. Um, Fantasy, I'm gonna give you two, and I'm gonna give you. Okay, she didn't come, so that don't count. So Fantasy, I'm gonna give you 2 and 6, and Crystal, I'm gonna give you 4, and Nye, I'm gonna give you 5. So everybody remember their numbers, cause I'm gonna forget, even though I'm looking at my iPad. Okay, so Fantasy, you got 2, right?
2 and 6.
2 and 6. Okay, so number one, this says people say I look mean, but I am nice and laid back.
Oh, I know who that is.
Be quiet. Shut up. Be quiet. I mean, girl, I'm trying to train myself not to tell people to shut up.
It's deny.
Go ahead. Go and show your book. Go ahead. She got it wrong.
I got it wrong.
Would the correct person say who revealed themselves? Crystal.
Oh, that was me.
Yes. I didn't pick that other one. You sent me 3 of them.
I had sent you two. That's why I was just like, who? But yeah, that is
That
definitely
Crystal was
me.
Okay.
sitting there like, who she talking about?
Like, why are you talking? So the next one is number 2. I got married at 18, and it ain't me. So.
That's not.
It's
I'm
It's
funny because I know all the
fantasy.
answers.
It's fantasy.
Feel like that's fantasy. Yeah.
I'm laughing
But
because I know all the answers. That's why it's
who
funny.
got married at
like
18?
this D.
It's one.
I got that
They
You.
right.
so
Well, you know
cute.
what? You
They
right,
give
because
me
D
hope.
did say at one point she was married. So yeah,
Why y'all didn't
D.
Still.
catch on to that? Okay,
No, I feel like that was D. So yeah, I feel like that was D.
number 4. I'm an Aquarius. Number 4. I'm an Aquarius.
You.
But that wasn't my fun fact. So sorry. I mean, I am, but
Deny. It's deny.
Who are you talking about?
No, it's
Yeah, it's
Crystal.
deny.
No,
No, it's not. It's deny.
It's deny.
Mm-hmm.
that's why we get in trouble on set all the time.
Aquarius
We get in
sister.
trouble all the time because Ryan, especially with Ryan, he'll look at
Ryan
us.
be mad.
He be looking at us. He had to give us a whole spiel before we even step on set. Like a whole
All
spiel.
right, now I know
That's
that
don't
I
let the
need
all
y'all to
three of
get it
us be
together. Keep
together.
it
Yeah.
together.
That's it. Mm-mm. The all
And
three
then
of us
he looked, and the first thing when Ryan said, "Hey, can you do this for me?" I said, "It's not coming." He'd be like, I'd be like, "Yeah, we get in trouble all the time."
Yeah,
Yeah, because
we
he'll
Okay.
got to
definitely
be
just call
together.
me up and be like, I need you.
Oh, I did this all wrong, but it is what it is. So this one is I auditioned. I did this all wrong because somebody didn't come, so this all. But I auditioned. Who had number 5?
Fantasy. Oh,
I had
I
number 6.
I auditioned for Bad Girls Club back in 2010.
Girl, hush.
I'm sorry.
D. Did you do that shit?
No, bitch, that wasn't me. That's the year I got married. I was in my trying to trying to be in my
Okay,
call
so
girl era.
fantasy. Look me in
That
my
was
eye.
me. That was me. I had a whole wild girl, bad girl era.
because I was like, who did that?
Okay, and the last one is it was. I mean, I should have had y'all send in more than one, but that person didn't come. But I'm a self-published author.
Crystal. Wait, that's D. That's D.
But no.
I am, but that's not my fun fact.
Aww.
I feel like that's fantasy.
So
Is it
it
the
I
was
create
Crystal.
her?
No, not yet, baby. I'm working on it, but not yet. Not yet.
mm-hmm.
Did she doodle?
Bestie, wait a minute, Bestie. Did you include your fun facts, or was you stepping all the way out of this?
I put my fun fact in there. I'm just waiting for the answer.
Oh, so it is you.
Oh, it's you.
Yeah.
I said it.
Listen,
I
I
Yeah.
had
said
to
the
think about it.
create
I was like, did
her.
she put her stuff in there?
I got
Had to
actually
move the
I
squares
have
around.
well I'll be the first one to do
Hey,
toot
cause
your
he'll
own.
show eat those sausage
I'll be the
things if
first
you
one,
don't
so this
quit.
will bring it into it. So toot your own horn, which is
It
celebrating
threw up
yourself
because
or
of that.
hype. So I actually had this, and I know I'm fantasy about to cuss me out. So
Mm,
D probably about to cuss me out
I
too. I
showed
had
you.
been sitting on this book for about a year, and it's already on
I bet
Amazon and everything.
it's.
A
I bet
year and you ain't told us shit.
Cause I was moving
you
off of
do. I was just like one of
Huh?
those.
You need to send a
You
link
know better.
to
I
me.
was moving off of fear, and once I got out of that, it was when I was told to move, I actually like literally
You move. Yeah,
moved.
I feel it. I feel it.
Yeah.
Okay, so
So
send me your link
I was
personally,
hold on. Oh my hair! Hold
and
on.
I,
then
Here, hold on.
Yeah.
One second.
I was gonna say since you moved
Hold on.
now, so let's just go ahead and promote it and push it
Text
out
message.
there. Send me your
Okay.
Amazon link.
I
Oh
am.
boy.
So I have it is. Hold on. I got them right here. I actually got them right here.
I need a side copy of me. Thank you.
So I
Mhm.
have. It's called "Free Your Inner Child from Timeout." This is the middle.
Love it.
This is the middle school. This is middle school and
That's
high
probably
school.
what it is.
This is middle school and high school, and then it actually started with the adult version. So I have high school, middle, so they can work with them together. The parents can work with them, and the
Oh, I
kids.
love it.
And then I gotta order some regular copies, so because I'm gonna do a T-shirt, so it's gonna be a bundle. And then it's also I don't want to take up too much time. It looks like when you was a kid.
Oh
Ooh.
man.
So and it's a journal prompt, so you have like activities like when you was a kid.
Oh, I love that.
And then
Me too.
I also got a children's book. Don't want to say too much.
So I need all three signed and delivered. Thank you.
Okay, I post in the Amazon. I post the Amazon in the group. But I have a children's book, but it's manuscript, but it's not sent to the illustrator just yet. Which it's based off of my life as a child. So it's cool. I had a little help from I'm not a writer. And it's crazy because I wrote a whole film. But book, that was hard. So I end up getting a little help. Which is just nothing wrong.
Yeah, because I'm in the process of writing two. I'm writing like an adult book and then a kids book. Um,
I'll give you my tea, how I helped myself. So I got your number. I'll
yeah.
text you right after we leave here. And
Love
it's
it.
I had
You got the,
to. So y'all didn't
you got
cuss
the
me out too
601
bad.
number? You got the
No,
601 number?
I just really wish you
6609.
told us so that we can support you better. Like, I know people where those
Exactly.
books can go out to. I know groups of kids that can help and we can market your book to.
We
Like,
can do that.
never move off of fear, friend. You got your
Yeah.
village right here.
Well, I'll call. What you doing tomorrow?
She right.
I'll call you tomorrow. We'll get on that tomorrow.
Okay.
So anybody else want to toot their own horn? I prefer all
Mhm.
of you to toot your own horn. But if you don't want to, you don't have
I
to.
got a small accomplishment. Let me just toot my own horn, y'all. This is my junior year in college, and I'm saying this
Woo-hoo.
because y'all, I'm a mother of four kids. I'm a home health care nurse.
Right.
On top of that, and I do a whole lot, And two of my four kids got disabilities. I deal with that, and I'm the oldest of all my siblings on both sides, so I'm like the matriarch, y'all. It took me it took me almost 10 years to graduate to even make it this far in college.
Yes,
So
friend. Yes,
be
friend.
big
Yes.
Oh, my
Two, two.
my bad. I know you said no cuss. I'm sorry, friend.
Hey,
I am so proud of
but you
that.
see, I
I'm
put
so
my
proud
that little
of all
smiley face.
y'all.
Anybody else? Cause I got some. I got another one too.
I guess before we move forward, I just want to say to all y'all beautiful Black women, I teach yoga and meditation and mindfulness to adults and children as well. But I offer a free Soulful Sunday every first of the month for Black women only because we need to have spaces just for us
Mm-hmm.
to be able to have those tools, especially while we out here being moms and the matriarchs of our family. So I'll send a link to that if y'all want to show up. It's every first Sunday of the month. And if you guys want, more classes after that, y'all can get with me on that as well. Fantasy, you can bring your children. It is so important for the babies to learn how to just calm themselves and for, y'all to figure that out together as mommy and children. I love that as well. So two
Definitely.
BB.
Yes, yes.
I am the owner of the Diamond Rough Dance and Wellness Academy. So I have a lot of virtual online classes for us.
Okay, make sure, look, we're gonna have to create a thread where everybody's gonna have to put their information in because yes, I want to sign up for a class. Yes, I want to order some books. What else? Now you got some artwork coming out. Crystal, you got a model show coming up. I'll be watching y'all,
Matter of
Like I'm
fact,
so
we can
proud of
keep the group.
y'all.
Matter of fact, the group that we got, we can keep that group, and I can just
What
remove somebody just out of that group.
Deal.
No, just
one of my accomplishments, I think I've made a personal accomplishment. I'm a cosmetologist. I've been licensed now for almost 11 years. And one thing I've always had a hard time with is braiding. I've struggled with it. But here lately, a couple of my friends have been letting me practice on their hair and stuff like that. And it's gotten better. Um, but I really want to get into doing more braiding and stuff like that because, child, it hurts my hands and my back and my shoulders. So, woo.
But you want to practice on
But,
that?
Okay.
but yeah, I've been eating these styles up. I'm trying to find some classes though so that I can,
Now you do
you know,
locks.
of
Nah, just
course.
say the
That's
word.
what I
I'll bring me
started
and my
with.
daughter right over.
you know she don't stay too. We are not on FaceTime, y'all. Y'all gotta remember we not on
Okay,
Look,
FaceTime.
okay.
but yes, I do. I started out doing that.
Okay, well, me and my daughter come see you because I be tired of braiding her hair. I got
Please.
arthritis, so I don't do braids no more. But you can definitely work on her hair.
Yes, please, come on.
Definitely for
Matter of
sure.
fact, my friend who is here, she's here because we getting ready to go out for her birthday. But anyway,
Happy birthday,
uh,
friend.
Happy birthday.
I'll let
Hey,
her know.
It's your
I'll let
birthday.
her know she gonna be that good 3'8". But yeah, I do her locks, honey. She got hair down in her butt. It's beautiful though. It's a process. It's an all day thing, but we love it.
Oh yeah, I got another thing. I don't know if nobody. I haven't talked about it enough. I haven't posted about it because I'm not really like posting a lot anymore. But I am through my first semester of grad school. Of I'm going. I haven't really like said too much, but I gotta toot my own horn.
Congratulations.
But
Cheers.
You better.
I'm going to school to be a counselor, clinical mental health to be exact, and my specialization of being children with children and children.
Mm.
Yes.
Yeah, I think you told
we
me, yeah.
need that.
Yes.
So
Cause to
it's
start with
cool.
them, they're gonna grow into
Yeah.
adult.
Like everything really just started with my nieces because I didn't think none of my brothers would have kids. And having nieces and just to see them and when they fake, because I moved. So like every other weekend when I was home, I would stay with them every other weekend, you know, when I got off if I didn't have nothing. But now I FaceTime them as much as I can. And, they be happy to see me. I mean, they don't know my name, but they know my face. And it just sparked it's a new generation coming behind us. And I don't want to be that adult
Just
to where
take the meat.
they got to go to therapy to heal. like I did. So that's that type of, kind of deal or whatever.
I'm glad we are the
And you got to
generation
be the
that's looking
example for
out.
them for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love my baby.
So I would say for me personally, on a two horn thing, is me being able to like sit down because
Mm.
I had surgery. So
I'm gonna
at
whoop
first
you, Crystal.
I'm not gonna lie. At first, I was not listening to the doctor because, baby, I'm like, I got bills. My job, I don't have no short-term disability. I don't have FMLA. Like, I still got bills to pay, stuff like that. And then, I had a conversation with one of my friends about, I've always had to like figure it out for
Mm-hmm.
myself for the most
For the
part.
most part.
And so
So
now, getting to the point to where I like created something and shared it to people to like post on their stories to like help me out financial wise with this surgery because I if I do drive I have to be careful on how much I drive because I had surgery on my right hip. So I'm really not supposed to be driving. Um I have to like gradually put weight on my foot. So it's like I really can't do what I normally would do. You know what I'm saying? And it's like put me in out of my comfort zone because I'm used to like doing everything. And so now it's like me getting to the point to where I have to like ask for help and find my limits.
Baby, you
Because
better
a lot of
ask for
people
help.
don't know I had surgery until like eventually I put it out there like I'm having surgery. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like I have people that I'm cool with,
Mm-hmm.
but it's like people when you down and out people don't be there for you or support you. You know what I'm saying? How you
Definitely.
support them. They only for you to like party wise, not like for some real
Or to
life.
benefit them.
Yeah, so had to get out of my comfort zone. So yeah. I created a flyer and then one of my friends is starting to GoFundMe and we're like putting it together. So
Okay.
prayers on that. So if y'all wanna, I can put the flyer in the group and y'all can post in y'all story to, help us to stay out. Because the struggle is real.
You ain't
Because when I
lying.
tell you it's a journey and I'm trying to like listen and behave because if it was up to me, I'd be like, "Ugh, forget it. I'm sick of this shit. But I
But
can't
yeah,
do that.
that's like me with the movie. I had to sit still because that consumed me so much.
Yeah.
So, because
So
my weekends were the day off, and we filming on the day off, on my days to relax. And I'm a pre-K teacher, assistant teacher, and I'm just like, yeah, I had to take a break. I really been like, I got to put that on the back burner for a little bit because it's a lot.
yeah.
I
one
get
thing
it.
I did learn is that if you don't take care of yourself, you won't be able to function. That's for sure. So like you said, on your off days you were filming this movie, you had to take a step back. You needed that, you know what I'm saying, so you can organize the million and one thoughts that are going through your head type of deal, you know?
And as Black women, we so hyper independent. Like even if we did have the help, we don't know how to ask for the help, and we just go and go and go until our body literally tells us, "No, we can't go no more.
Yep, I've
You
had that
got to
happen to
slow
me
down."
before. Yeah, I definitely
Yep.
have had that happen to me before.
Yeah,
And my
burnout is
body
real.
literally shut down. That's why I have to do better of taking care of myself, like drinking more water, drinking more juice, less fried foods, less sugar, because I will eat up some cookies.
Yeah, so that was like the conversation I had with my friend of like how do we, like ask for help? Because a lot of times people be like, oh, let me know if you need anything. But it's like, if I need something financially, the only thing, if I don't ask for it, the only thing that somebody can say is no. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So, like I said, get out of my comfort zone. And I have a flyer that people can post on their story. So,
do this right now before I forget. 'Cause
yeah.
after I shut this
So
laptop,
that's my personal thing is
Toot toot. Now everybody go toot toot.
too.
to beep, 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 who got a key to the Jeep? Okay.
Wrong.
Okay, we all in that. We all in that group. Okay, I just had to remove some.
Okay.
So God, see, this is why I knew this was gonna happen. This is every guest that I've done had. This is not a typical show. This is me. This is what my show is about. Just being unorthodox. Just, just going with the flow. This is just like FaceTime. We actually, this is D. This is actually mild to compare how we actually act.
That is so true.
This
I
is
promise you
definitely
I'm on my
mild.
best behavior.
Everybody on their best behavior.
For
Yes, we
Yeah.
definitely. So
fighting for my life.
now that you're a part of company, we don't have to.
We can bring the realness out now. We
Yeah.
can use full force.
So I want to thank you, ladies, so much for always showing up for yourselves and showing up for me because y'all do it every
For
time,
sure.
and
Always.
definitely being on my top. Sometimes I don't want to hear it, but I have to because I need it because I would not get shit done if don't nobody say nothing to me and just holding me accountable, but not making me feel shamed, not you
That's
know
real.
not just because us Aquarians we don't like everybody.
Mm-mm.
I'm
We
sorry,
real
Oh,
no, say
particular.
that again. No, say that again.
hold on, let me say this right quick. So nah, D's son is an Aquarius, and she gets mad
Oh,
at
that's
me
why I'm
every.
like,
What's
She
his
get
birthday?
January 21st.
Oh, okay, okay.
she gets every time I say I call him my Aquarian nephew, and every time she posts him, she like, ugh. I was like, cause he's so JC's so cute. I can't wait to meet him in person.
Honey, my
Y'all just
homegirl
Aquarius
hate.
people, they their own people. Y'all can't tell them shit.
We're an individual.
We're an individual. Like I said, we march to the beat of our own drum. But like I said,
And y'all talented and creative.
Where's like the song March Your Beat on your own
Y'all
drum?
are, but only want to do it when y'all want to be.
okay. So one more
And
thing
I
I forgot.
love that.
One more toot, one more toot. Before I forget, because I know if I wait and I say, why you didn't say nothing? So I also decided to take a leap on my creativeness and decided to get a company called Curated by the Creator. So which it'll be, I'll be doing creative services, designs. So if you have like a business and you need designs, t-shirts, and all that, just let me know.
Let's go, girl.
Get
Okay,
them
T.
business opportunities. Let's go.
Right?
Cause I'm really working for myself. I'm a nanny full time, so I have time now that I'm not working in corporate. So it's a good. I'm really blessed, like for real, to not work. Y'all, we supposed to been gone 30 minutes, an hour and 30 minutes ago. I knew this was gonna happen. I knew this
Well,
was
People
gonna
how
do.
happen.
about this? I'll go ahead and be one to sign off because I know we do have a few. I have a few things
I
I'm gonna
know
do
I
tonight,
do too, cause I got my last assignment before I take
but
my
y'all
break
can't
to the.
tell the
I'm just
Friday.
now starting summer school, so I got a lab due too. I got 2 labs to do, so I
Yeah,
gotta
I got
finish
it. Yeah,
that.
before I'm off till the fall, so I can focus on what I need to focus on. But
No, this was
okay,
great.
yeah, it's great.
It was great meeting y'all.
It was a pleasure meeting you too, D. Bye
So
everybody. Bye now. Bye
Y'all are
Krista.
amazing.
fantasy,
This is
fantasy. I
awesome.
got an idea. Fantasy. I got an idea. I'm about to post it in the group.
Okay,
Good night.
good.
Okay. See ya.